Hey everybody, welcome back to the Jersey Zone. Today I'm going to be ranking every single home jersey in the NHL. Now I have done this video in the past, but I think it's been about 4 years since I've done it, and with it being Fanatics' first year as the main manufacturer for the NHL, I thought now would be the perfect time to redo that video. So yeah, we'll be taking a look at every single home jersey in this video. I'll probably also do an away video as well as an alternate, so if you guys are interested in that and you like hockey jersey content, make sure to hit subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Okay, let's get into the list. All right, we're into the tier list here, so it's just your usual ranking, S being, the best, A, pretty good, B, fine, C, bad, F, awful. We're just going to go in alphabetical order here, starting off with, of course, the Anaheim Ducks, their new jersey, and their new jersey is absolutely phenomenal. I love this thing so much. My only slight flaw with it is maybe I would like some shoulder yoke there, but otherwise it is really good. Maybe even top 5 best home jersey in the league right now. It has shot up from basically being the worst home jersey to being one of the best. So we'll put it, for now, I am just going to keep it in A tier. I don't want to have too many in S tier at the moment, so we'll keep it in A, but it might be bumped up into S in a moment. We'll kind of have to see. Next, we have the Boston Bruins home jersey. This is, at least in my opinion, the best home jersey from the original 6. If you guys watch my video kind of reacting to the fans' rankings of all the home jerseys, or just kind of have watched any of my other videos, you would know that I'm not really a massive fan of the original 6 jerseys. I think a lot of them, almost all of them, should change their jerseys. The Bruins are really the only one that I don't mind them having this jersey here, although I did really love their Centennial jerseys. I thought those were fantastic. I am a little bit upset that they were just a one-year thing, but I am going to put at least the Bruins jerseys into the A tier. Really do like them quite a bit. Then with the Buffalo Sabres, they are another team that I think has a really nice looking home jersey. I am also going to put them into the A tier. We have a lot of A tiers at the start here, but don't worry, we definitely will fill out the other rows pretty quickly. But for them, I am going to put it just right ahead of that Boston jersey. I think it's better than that, especially with the detail inside of the logo. The logo is very nice. But moving on to the Carolina Hurricanes, I know some people really don't like this jersey. For me, I think it's pretty good. The logo is a little bit big, yeah, but that's really honestly my biggest flaw with it. I will put it in B tier. I don't think it's quite in that A tier, but I do think it is a lot better than a lot of people say. Next up, we have the Calgary Flames. They are very similar to the Buffalo Sabres, where, they kind of go back to their inaugural season jerseys, and they're both absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure if I like the Flames jersey more or less than the Buffalo one. They're very close. I think I will put the Flames jersey just above, and I think that probably has to do with a little bit of bias of me liking the Flames quite a bit. They're my second favorite team. Okay, now we're into the first jersey where I'm really not a fan of it. It is the Columbus Blue Jackets. They need to change this thing, man. I really do not like it. I would absolutely love if they decided to use the cannon full time and that as the home jersey. That would be great, but even if they don't do that, it still needs to be changed. It really does. I don't like this jersey really at all. I much prefer either the Cannon logo or the inaugural season logo. I think their inaugural season jerseys are awesome and fantastic. These have stuck around for way too long. Not really a fan of them. Moving on to the Chicago Blackhawks. With them here, I really don't understand why people love this jersey as much as they do. I don't know why people say it's the best jersey in sports or even in the league. I highly disagree with that, and that's not even just because of the logo itself. Of course, people have their opinions that are very strong about this logo. For me, the one thing that I will say is I like the way that it's actually made. The chain stitching is phenomenal, and it's awesome. I love that aspect. Now, should they change it or not? I don't really think that's up to me. I don't really think that's my opinion. But also at the same time, I kind of would like for them to change it because they've had this logo for basically ever. They've also had the design of the jersey since the 50s. I just like when teams change their jerseys. I'm not really a fan of tradition in hockey, like in terms of hockey jerseys. I don't like when a team has the exact same jersey for years and years, which is why I don't really like a lot of the original 6 teams' jerseys. So it has nothing to do with the actual logo for why I want the Blackhawks to change their jerseys. It's just they've had these jerseys for a very long time, or at least something similar to them for a very long time. The only reason that I am putting it into the B tier, though, is because of the chain stitching. Without it, it would probably go into the C tier. Now we have the Colorado Avalanche. With the Avalanche, these jerseys are awesome. I really do like them a lot. Definitely are going to put them in A tier. I love the striping there, kind of mimicking a mountain range. I think that's awesome. I like the burgundy as well as the blue. Just some really solid jerseys there. For the Dallas Stars, these are, I think, probably the most middle of the road jersey for me. It is just fine. It's not a terrible jersey. It's not a nice looking jersey. It's just a jersey that's there that probably should be changed, honestly, because they've had some really nice jerseys. The Stars have, obviously with the actual star jersey, that is awesome, that they had during like the 90s. But these ones here, they're okay. They're fine. I don't hate them, but they don't really do a whole lot for me. As for the Detroit Red Wings, this is where you'll see where I'm just not really a fan of tradition. I'm putting them into the C tier. They should change their jerseys. They're very boring. It's just the singular stripe there on the arms and at the torso. The Red Wings logo is nice, but once again, it's a logo that they've had forever. And, I'm not saying that they should change the jerseys with the original 6 teams, expecting them to actually do so. I don't expect them to do so because I know I'm in the minority here, and I don't think a lot of people want them to change their jerseys. It's just a me thing, and I'll never expect them to change their jerseys, but I probably will still keep saying it because, obviously it is how I feel. Then we have the Edmonton Oilers here. They have some fairly nice jerseys. I talked about it once again in that fan react video, but I do think these jerseys are very nice, but for some reason, I can't really put them any higher than, I would say, the B tier. Like, I think they do look good, but they also are just, I don't know, they don't quite have that pizzazz to really push it into the A tier for me, to really make me love these jerseys. I can just look at it and go, yeah, it's a pretty nice Oilers jersey, and kind of leave it at that. Now we have the Florida Panthers. The Panthers jersey, I think, is quite nice. Like, I do like it quite a bit. Obviously, I know a lot of people will like that Leaping Panther to come back. For myself, personally, I do prefer that logo, but I don't think that this is a bad-looking logo either. I think it still looks quite nice. My biggest flaw with it is probably the fact that the torso stripe doesn't go all the way around to the back. I like when teams do that. I like when the torso stripe does continue because it does seem very, very strange when it just cuts off underneath the arm. You can kind of see it in some places and it just looks weird. So that is my biggest flaw with this jersey, but I think I'll put it right at the end of the A tier there. It's just kind of hanging on a little bit, but I still do like it, a lot, obviously. Next up is the LA Kings, of course, the other team to change their jersey this offseason, and the Kings did a pretty good job with their change, I will say. Of course, these jerseys are very, very similar to their previous jerseys that they just changed from outside of the logo, and then obviously the piping kind of going away, some minor changes outside of that. The logo itself is nice, but it's not my favorite Kings logo. I would have liked for them to change to something else, honestly. One of the crowns being the main logo, I would have much preferred that, but I do really like the way that the logo is made. It has that sparkle and shine to it, so that definitely boosted up the rankings a little bit for myself, and, of course, the other sparkle on the jersey definitely helps it out as well. I like sparkle on my jerseys. I think it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I do think I would have preferred another logo for the Kings here, as well as if they went to a purple and gold instead of just going back to the silver and black. I still would have preferred the different color scheme, but at least they changed their jerseys. We were asking for it for a very long time, so at least they changed it, and it is an improvement as well. So for myself, does it quite reach the A tier? It's very, very close to the A tier. I think I'll put it at the top of B for now, and I might switch it up, but it's close to the A tier. I do like this jersey quite a bit. Now we have the Minnesota Wild. Of course, I'm wearing the Wild jersey here, my Made in Canada Wild jersey, so I love this jersey. I think it is one of the best home jerseys in the league. I think it's so nice. The logo, of course, is one of the best logos in the league right now. I love the kind of cream color there in the jersey. I love the torso stripe. Once again, like the Panthers, I wish it went all the way around the back. It does not do so. A little bit disappointing, but it's still a phenomenal looking jersey. I absolutely love this thing. This will be my first S tier. Now, of course, we'll put some more in the S tier as we move on here, but yeah, it definitely deserves to be in the S tier. I love this thing. Next up is the Montreal Canadiens. Now, I don't need to bore you guys. Once again, same thing as all of the other original 6 teams, blah, blah, blah. Had it for too long, blah, blah, blah. Boring at this point. You know the drill. The one positive I will say is the torso stripe does go around to the back, so that is a good thing. But yeah, I still would like for them to change their jersey, so I'll move it into the C tier here. I know people are going to be mad at me for that, but it's just, they're fine. It's not like I despise the Canadiens or the Red Wings jerseys. I don't think they're awful. It's just, like I said, they need to change. So now we're on to the New Jersey Devils here. And with the Devils, they are a team where They have one of the best logos also in the sport, very much like the Minnesota Wild in my opinion. I love the Devils logo. I think it's so great, but their jerseys are really lacking to me. I've never really been a massive fan of the Devils jerseys. With the Devils, for some reason, I've just always preferred them in red and green as opposed to red and black. I don't really know why, and this is probably the worst version of the red and black jerseys. You know, they just don't have a torso stripe at the bottom, which kind of makes it feel a little bit empty. So I am going to put this one probably, I don't think it quite goes into the F tier there, but I'll put it into the C tier, and I think I'll put it ahead of the two original 6-team jerseys there. It is very much propped up by its logo, though. If the logo was something different, I probably would have it in F tier, because, yeah, otherwise, you know, the shoulder yoke is pretty nice, but that's kind of all I really have to give it there. I don't like this jersey. Now we're on to the Nashville Predators. Like I said, I kind of screwed up the order a little bit. I don't know how I did that. But anyways, the Nashville Predators, yeah, this is F. They also very much need to change their jerseys. I really, really do not like them. I much prefer the Nashville Predators with more navy in their jersey, especially, you know, if they have some navy up top. I would have preferred that, you know, as opposed to just being in the collar there. I want it to be, you know, actual navy shoulder yoke. I also really, really want some silver back into their jerseys. I love when they had that silver in their jerseys. So yeah, it's just too much yellow here. It definitely is a jersey that needs to change. Back to another original 6 team, we have the New York Rangers, and surprise, surprise, this one's also going into the C tier. You know, I also don't like this jersey because of the wear mark. I don't like wear marks. I'm not a fan of them whatsoever. I do like the away jersey a lot more for the Rangers, so that one probably be a little bit higher up when we do get to the away jerseys. But yeah, it's the same thing as the Red Wings and the Canadiens. Just not really a fan of them having this jersey for like 100 years. Now we're on to the New York Islanders. The Islanders jersey is just boring to me. I've also never been really a huge fan of any particular Islanders jersey except for the Fisherman that's behind me. The Fisherman and the Waves jerseys I really love. Every other Islanders jersey is either not that great or just fine. This one falls into the just fine category. I'll put it right behind that Dallas jersey. It's okay. Then we have the Ottawa Senators here. With the Senators, they are kind of like the odd man out of the group with the Flames and the Buffalo Sabres, because with the Flames, the Sabres, and the Senators, they basically all changed their jerseys at the same time, all kind of going back to their inaugural season jersey. But for some reason, the Senators jerseys aren't really looked at as highly as the Flames and the Sabres are. And, you know, I kind of agree with most people as well. These jerseys are nice, I'll give them that, but for some reason, they don't really have that kind of same vibe as the Flames and the Sabres do, so I will put this jersey in the B tier. We'll put it right ahead of that Hurricanes jersey. They're nice jerseys, but they're not anything too special, I would say. Now we have the Philadelphia Flyers. This one is a massive improvement over their previous jersey. I like it a lot more. The darker orange looks way better. I also like the wider shoulders, or at least the wider kind of arm stripes, I should say, because they do actually hold the numbers this time, which is really nice. On the previous jerseys, they didn't always hold the numbers correctly, and sometimes they would bleed into the orange, and I hated that. I did not think that looked good whatsoever, so they fixed that with these jerseys here. Definitely a massive improvement. I still don't think they're phenomenal. I still don't think they're anything too crazy, but they are a lot better than their previous jersey, that is for sure. So I'll probably throw this one also into the B tier. We'll throw it right behind those Hurricanes jerseys there. But yeah, like I said, way, way better than the previous jerseys. The previous jerseys would probably be somewhere in the C or the F tier. Now we have the Pittsburgh Penguins. This one is tough for me. I really do like these Pens jerseys a lot. I think these Pens jerseys are very, very nice, especially once I got one as well. I was like, yeah, in person, these jerseys are fantastic. So I love these Pens jerseys. It is going to go, it's in the A tier. I just have to decide where I want it in the A tier. For now, I am going to put it behind the Buffalo jerseys, but we'll see if I decide to move that at any point. Then we have the Seattle Kraken. The Kraken absolutely nailed their jerseys. I think they just did such a good job straight out of the gate. So these ones, I'm trying to be very stingy with my S tiers. I don't want to have too many in the S tier, and I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it. It's almost there. Is it in S tier? I think I am going to put it in the S tier. I think it will be my second S tier. I really do like it a lot. I think it is absolutely phenomenal. Then we have the St. Louis Blues. The Blues, this one is an easy one. It's going into the A tier. We'll put it right ahead of that Bruins jersey. It's kind of similar to the Bruins jersey, at least a little bit. It feels very similar, of course. You know, it does have that shoulder yoke with the stripe underneath it. That's kind of really, honestly, the only thing that's really similar outside, I guess, of the yellow, but it just kind of has that same classic feel to it for these Blues jerseys, and I do really like it a lot. They have had these jerseys around for a while, though, so I would say it's getting around the time for the Blues to change their jerseys, not because they are bad, but just because, you know, they've had them for, I think, you know, 10 to 15 years or something like that. They've been around for a while, which is usually, you know, when I like for teams to change their jerseys is about that time. So, you know, they're not bad looking jerseys. I do really like them. I just, you know, like change with my jerseys. Then we have the San Jose Sharks here. The Sharks, very, very nice looking jersey. In uniform, it is a little bit too much teal. Kind of same thing with the Ducks, where in uniform, it's a little bit too much orange, but on its own, I think the teal, I think it still works fine. I still think it's enough. I do like the pattern inside of the sleeve where it's kind of a wave pattern there. I think the Sharks did a very good job with this jersey. Do I want to put it in A? I feel like I have too many jerseys in A, so I'll throw it into the B tier here. We'll throw it at the top of the B tier, though. Very, very nice looking jersey from the Sharks. Then we have the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Lightning jerseys are probably going to go right into the middle here. We'll throw them maybe right ahead of those Flyers jerseys. I know a lot of people really hate on the Lightning jerseys because they are basically a combination of the Red Wings template and the Leafs colors, and with the Toronto Maple Leafs, I'll put them right ahead of the Lightning. To me, the jerseys are very, very similar. I don't love the Leafs jerseys, honestly. I think they're just fine. I like the logo. The logo is nice. Same thing with the Lightning as well. I think their logo is nice, but, you know, the rest of the jersey is just meh. I really would like for the Toronto Maple Leafs to use their Reverse Retro 2.0 jersey as the home. They don't need to use the logo from that Reverse Retro 2.0. They can use this logo right here. You know, they are very, very similar, but they're not quite the same. But I think just those little aspects from the Reverse Retro 2.0, you know, the shoulder yoke there, as well as the kind of white cuffs, I think those just two little additions to the jersey makes a huge improvement on it. So with these ones here, they're just okay to me. Not really a massive fan of these Leafs jerseys. They're just fine. Then we have, of course, the newest jersey. Well, kind of the newest jersey. I guess it depends on how you want to look at it. But the newest team, it is the Utah Hockey Club. So their jerseys, of course, are not all that great. They are pretty boring. They're pretty plain. It has the diagonal word mark, which I am not a fan of course. But I do like the colors on their jersey. The powder blue there is very, very nice. I wish that was the main color of the jersey. If they did that, I think this jersey would be a lot higher, honestly. But with it just being a black jersey, it also, you know, kind of comes off a little bit too plain for myself. So it is going to go into, I don't want to get too controversial here, but I think I am going to put it ahead of the original 6 teams jerseys. I still don't like it, obviously, but I don't know, maybe, do I want to have it there? I don't know, maybe I just have it here because I know it is going to be only around for one season, and it's not going to be around for next season, so I'm not too worried about hating this jersey, because if I don't like it, it's alright, it's only going to be here for a year, and I won't have to see it again, hopefully, unless I guess they bring it back for a third or something like that, but at that point I won't be too upset about it. But yeah, it's still not a good jersey. I'll say that, like, it's not great, but I'm at least more okay with it at the moment than these original 6 teams. But now we're on to the Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks jerseys, they're pretty nice, right? I don't think they're anything too crazy. I'll throw them, I think I am going to put it behind those Tampa and Toronto jerseys there, ahead of the Philadelphia jerseys. Yeah, they're not bad. I don't hate them. Then we have the Vegas Golden Knights, and I know I'm in the minority here as well. I absolutely love the Vegas Golden Knights jerseys. I think they're so awesome. They're so much fun. They're so Vegas, and I think that's why it works for myself, is because Vegas is really the only team that could do that, have the full gold jersey. It's awesome. Does it look fantastic on TV? Not really, but it looks a lot better in person. In person, I love this jersey. It is just so much fun to wear. I absolutely love it. It's so ridiculous. So it is honestly my favorite jersey, for at least the home jersey. It's my favorite home jersey. I think it is just absolutely phenomenal. It's great. And then we're on to the final 2. We have the Winnipeg Jets. The Jets jerseys, they kind of also just need to be changed. I am not a massive fan of this home jersey. It is like the Rangers, where I don't like their home jersey a whole lot. I much prefer their away jersey. Same thing with the Jets here. But yeah, it's just not a awesome looking jersey. They're fine. they're not that great, actually, honestly. I don't know why I said they're fine. I don't really like them a whole lot. But anyways, last up here, we have the Washington Capitals. Yeah, the Capitals jerseys are the worst. They are the worst. I don't like them at all. The only sort of saving grace is the kind of little stripe underneath the piping there. I think that's pretty unique, and I like that. But everything else about it, it's bad. It's not a very good jersey. I don't know why they've had it for so long. I want them to change it soon. I don't think they're going to until Ovi retires. But yeah, that is my list. So do I want to make any changes to it? Honestly, I like the symmetry here of the fact that, you know, I have 3 in the top row and 3 in the very bottom row. If anything, I probably would have this Ducks jersey up into the S tier. I really do like it a lot, so I probably would have put it up here, but I like the symmetry, like I said, so we're going to keep it like this. Anyways, I don't think I'm going to make any other changes. I think this is what my list is going to be. But anyways, that is going to do it for me. That is my tier list. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Like I said, I will be doing this video for the away jerseys as well as the alternates at some point. I don't know if it's going to be anytime soon, but I will make that video probably hopefully within the next month or so. We'll kind of have to see. I don't know. Sometimes I take really long to make videos, way longer than I intend to, but eventually I usually do get them out. But that is going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on all my social medias, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.